10 summer books that I want to share with you guys that are literally perfect for the summer, and I can actually do a second video if you guys really like these recs, because I feel like I read like fluffy, happy reads so much, especially romance, and this is just like right up my alley. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe, because I upload videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. It's 3 times a week, every single week. And make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you guys want more book chats, because I just love talking about books. So let's get into all 10 of these summer recs that are perfect for this coming season that I know you guys will love. The first book I want to share is one that I talk about so much, and it's called Love in Other Words. So I feel like this is a book that people talk about a lot, but I also feel like there's so many people who haven't actually read this book yet. This is a book that I rated 5 out of 5, and if you guys have been following for a while, you guys know that I literally, like, I kid you not, I do not rate books like 5 out of 5. I have such a high rating scale, and this book just gives all of the happy feelings. This is a book that kind of tells a past and present storyline at the exact same time. It tells the story of Macy and Elliot, who they spend summers together, and they have so many good memories. And you get to see them grow up together, fall in love together, and then something tears them apart. And while you're reading that story of them spending summers together and swimming and like all the summer vibes, you also are getting the future, which is also set in the summer. And you get to kind of see like why things didn't work between them, and like that's kind of what is pushing the story along. This book just gives literal summer vibes, and it is absolute perfection. And I literally rated this book 5 out of 5. So read this if you haven't. It's called Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. The next book that is so good for summer is Magnolia Parks. Now, I feel like some people might not think that this is a summer read, but to me, summer is happy, fluffy, easy read, or drama, drama, drama. And if you guys have been here for a while, you guys know I pretty much only read like romance, and I add in a couple thrillers like here and there, but mostly like romance is my vibe. And Magnolia Parks is true, straight drama. And what I love about it is the main character is a woman of color, and she's so rich, like absolutely stupid rich. Like these people have like private jets, like think Gossip Girl. Like this is the vibe that they are giving off in this book. And what I like about this book is it tells Magnolia Park's story, but also it tells the story of her friends, and they just have like the craziest lifestyle, and the drama in this is chef's kiss. Like think Kardashians, think Gossip Girl. Like you're gonna be just eating this up, just absolutely gobbling it up. You're not gonna want to put it down. And I also cried with this book, and I don't cry on a ton of books. I gave this also a very high rating. So Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings is great, and there's actually a new book coming out, I think, in September. So if you catch up on the series, you'll be like a part of the hype, which I feel like is also so fun. Then the next book that I feel like is a great summer read is Everything, Everything, and this is by Nicola Yoon, who is a Black author. This story is like such a cute summer romance, and there's something about a summer romance that just makes me like have all these happy feelings inside. And this is about a girl who has a like disease, and she pretty much has to stay inside all the time, and she has a neighbor that moves in next door, and she's kind of like peeking around, like looking through the window, just like like what's going on over there. And her neighbor kind of start communicating with each other, and she starts to have feelings, and the neighbor convinces her to pretty much just like start to live life, because since she has this disease and has to stay inside, she kind of just like, my life is over, I can't really do anything. And he like really opens up her life experiences and like is like, no, you can do this, you can do that. Like just because you have this disease doesn't mean your life is over. And it is such a cute book. I do think that this is a book that sometimes people look over because there is a movie, and the movie is also really cute. But if you haven't read the book, you have to read it because it's a little bit different than the movie, and I personally think that the book is even better. So again, Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon. The next book that I really love is Better Than the Movies, and if you're not a big like person who likes to read books with spice, this is a good book to read because there isn't really any spice in this one. It's just like sweet kisses, and it's just a very like cute little read. This kind of reads like a movie to me as well. It gives like Disney Channel vibes. Like there's one time where, well, I guess I'll tell you the story first. So it's about Liz, and she's always known that Wes is someone that like annoys her, just like absolutely she cannot stand. And I think she's like looking for, yes, okay, so there's another book that by the same author, so I wanted to make sure I was like giving the synopsis of the right book because both books are super cute and fluffy. But she has a crush on this guy, Michael, and he's been like her forever crush since she was little, and she asked Wes to help her get Michael to like her. And so she kind of like changes things about herself, and Wes obviously is the boy next door who she like hasn't really liked, and they start to kind of form a friendship, and it's just like such a good book and a great love story. What I really like about this is it's kind of cheesy, but I think that that is what I love in the summer. And what's funny is there was one part of the story where they're like playing dodgeball and she like gets hit in the face, and I can literally imagine like the, you know, dodgeball just spiraling right into her face and just hitting her and her falling over, and like it gives Disney Channel vibes, and it's just so cute. So this is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Another book that I really like but does have a ton of spice, do not let the cover fool you, is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Now this book literally has an insane amount of spice, and I don't think that this book is like anything to write home about, but I think it's a great summer read, just super easy, nothing crazy, but I could see myself lounging like on the beach and reading this. It's about Piper, who's an influencer, and pretty much she always gets into trouble, and her dad is like, you are gonna learn responsibility, and he sends her to this like super small like town where there's like a bunch of fishermen and stuff, and she has to like survive, and she ends up just like learning to love the town and the people in it and learns life lessons. And I just feel like it's a very cute read because the small town gives small town vibes, and I think small town vibes just scream summer to me. They're outside a lot, and she falls for this fisherman, and he like is just into her, but she's like, I'm not really gonna stay here, like small towns aren't for me, and it is just so freaking cute. Again, tons of spice, so keep that in mind. It's called It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Another book that I really like that's by a Black author is Drunk on Love, and this is by Jasmine Guillory. Now this is about Margot, and she has a winery, and she pretty much has a one-night stand with this guy because she's just like, I need to just do something crazy. Has a one-night stand. It's like the best night of her life, so crazy. He's like, hey, you should call me, and she's like, no, like this isn't like really what I do. I'm not really like looking for anything, whatever. So couple nights go by, and she puts up this like thing in the paper or online or whatever, because they're hiring for her vineyard, and the guy she has a one-night stand with ends up applying, and her co-owner ends up hiring him without her like even knowing, because like she doesn't do like the hiring. So she meets him like on his first day and was like, oh my god, like this is the guy who rocked my world. So the whole book is about them kind of having tension, and like it's over the summer because it's obviously at a vineyard, so you get to see lots of outdoors, lots of like drunken wine nights, lots of like outdoorsy stuff, and they have an event that they have to plan for. It's so good. Gives such good summer vibes. That's by Jasmine Guillory, who is a Black author. Another book that I love is To Sir with Love by Lauren Lane, and if you like reading Colleen Hoover's books or really easy reads or books that just kind of grip you immediately or just like, I don't know, take your heart immediately, I feel like this is a really good one. I haven't read this one in a couple years, but I always have to put it in for summer reads because I feel like it just gives summer vibes, and it's a romantic comedy, and it said it follows two 30-somethings who meet on a blind dating app only to realize that their online chemistry is nothing compared to their offline rivalry. Perpetually cheerful and eager to please, Gracie Cooper strives to make the best out of every situation. So when her father dies just months after a lung cancer diagnosis, she sets aside her dreams of pursuing her passion for art to take over his Midtown Manhattan champagne shop. She soon finds out that the store's profit margins are being squeezed super tight and complicating matters further. A giant corporation headed by the impossibly handsome but irritatingly arrogant Sebastian Andrews is proposing a buyout to turn the store into a high-rise. But Gracie can't bear the thought of throwing away her father's dream like she did her own. Overwhelmed and not wanting to admit to her friends or family that she's having second thoughts about the shop, Gracie seeks advice and solace from someone she's never met, the faceless Sir she connected with on a blind dating app, where matches get to know each other through messages and common interests before exchanging real names or photos. But although Gracie finds herself slowly falling for Sir, the online guy, she has no idea that she's already met him in real life and they can't stand each other. This literally gives Hallmark. Like, this is like big city guy wants to take over small town like champagne store shop that has like tchotchke little gifts. Gracie doesn't want to let it go because her dad's sick and she like let go of her dreams years ago. It just literally gives Hallmark, and it's so perfect for summer. You get lots of summer vibes. Another book that I love that is a super, super easy read is The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. This book, I think, gives like, I don't know, kind of Disney Channel vibes again. And it's about two besties who they've just always friend zoned each other, and they haven't really ever been interested in each other, or they have been interested in each other, but they haven't really told each other that they're interested in each other. And pretty much one of the guys is in the NFL, and the main character, the girl, her name's Bree, I think, she ends up just spilling her guts to like a TMZ type person and is like, I'm so into him, like I really like him, like whatever. And I guess like the video goes viral and everyone is like just wants them to be together. Like, we ship them, like get them together, like oh my god, we're obsessed. And so they fake date to show the world that they're like together, to like keep the hype that, and like everyone's like obsessed with them, and they get like all these brand deals and like everything because he's in the NFL. But little do they know that both of them are actually into each other, and it's not like one person into the other, or like, you know, the other one isn't, or they have to figure out their feelings. They both like are into each other, and they like already knew that before that happened. So the whole book is about them trying to figure out how to tell the other person that they're into each other. It's just cute. Like, it literally gives Disney Channel, like, I mean, he's in the NFL. Look at the cover. It's cute. It's called The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. Another book that I really liked is With the Fire on High, and this is by Elizabeth Acevedo, and I'm pretty sure she is, I don't think she's black, but I do know that she's a woman of color. And I really like this book because it talks about a single mother who just pretty much doesn't know if she's going to be able to like follow her dreams or not. And I think the thing that makes this book super summer vibes to me is they end up going to like Spain, and you get to like kind of see them be in Spain and her cook there, and she is a cook, so you get to see her like cooking, and it's just that gives summer vibes. And they also have this like fundraiser thing where she like has to cook for all these people, and it's just really cute. Her dream is to be a chef, but since she has a daughter, she's like, I don't know if that is something that actually is in the cards for me. So the whole book is about her trying to follow her dreams, even though like the world is like set against her. It's not super heavy or anything. I feel like it's a really good, easy read for the summer. And again, I love sharing books by women of color because I feel like there's so many books out there that are by diverse authors that we don't talk about enough. So I always try to add in lots of really great books by black authors or just women of color. And if you guys want to see a book with romances all by black authors about black women, I can link that video too, because I just love reading books about people that look like me. Another book that I love that I recently read, and I haven't even shared yet in my wrap up, is Nora Goes Off Script, and this is by Annabelle Monaghan. This is one of those that is so easy. Like, it's less than 300 pages, and it's about Nora, who's kind of like frumpy, like she, you know, has 2 kids and she doesn't really do much. She makes meatloaf on Wednesdays and pasta on Thursdays, and kind of has the same old routine every single week. And her husband ends up divorcing her, and so she's like, okay, well, I'm a writer and I'm gonna write a story about this. So they end up making that story into a screenplay, and the guy who plays her husband, his name's Leo Vance, the actor who plays her ex-husband, he actually asked her, hey, can I stay at your house while we're filming, and also can I stay like a little bit later, just because I like really like this town, I want to stay here, whatever. So they kind of like have a thing for each other, but then he like, I don't want to like spoil the ending, but definitely gives summer vibes. It shares like this story over a couple months, and you get to see them like watching the sunsets together, watching the sunrise, and doing summer things, and it just is such a cute book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this whole little summer haul of all these books. I've read every single one of these books and I love them all so much. And if you guys want to see another video with lots of summer recs, let me know and I will share that with you guys, because I literally live for fluffy, happy, easy read romances. So I have so many good recs that I can share. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.